Okay, fine. Fine, we'll do some streaming. It's a banger too, though. I've been listening to more Måneskin after Eurovision, because God, I love Måneskin. So good. Hello. God, I'm zoomed in. Hello. I was like here, like a hello. Hello there. Do you like watching up my nose? Why did I do that? why did I do that? What is happening? Oh god, no, Wheat's gonna like see that now. Because he's starting the thing up. God, everything's going wrong. It was a bit of an HD moment.
There we go. And
Hello.
no,
it does that for me wise. It is annoying.
It's got that to full screen. There we go. Now we just have
I need to look into getting a ring out.
There we go.
I feel like it's about time.
And then
anyway, hello Wheat. Oh shit, yeah, we
that as well.
Here's the thing, chat. Are you pogging? Okay, wait. Where is the scene? There it is. I haven't used this fucking scene in literal years. Why is my face in your chat window? Why are we watching my Spotify? Looking at my Spotify.
I don't know. I don't know what's happened here.
Don't worry about it.
I think I love this constant fade of your face.
Why is there just so much of my face?
It's fading out so well.
Yeah, and it's like moving over slowly. I think. Is it moving? Yeah, it must be, right?
Yeah, very slowly. Because there's a white border coming in from the right.
Oh yeah, it's kind of zooming in as well.
Yeah.
It's fine. Begging. Ooh. This looks like a 2002 music video. What do you mean?
I think that's happening because I just haven't put any. Oh fuck! What the fuck?
What just happened? What the fuck is that? Why are we just like zooming?
This is meant to be my my search window. So most of the time it's not actually shit.
Yeah.
That's what's gone wrong. I haven't put.
Wait. What I need to do is do this. Zoom in because there's way too much shit you can scan me.
That's what's meant done. And then I need
I'm gonna pop you out.
See, what's this?
Look everyone, it's wheat
the border.
Again.
We don't need that.
I'm gonna put wheat over here.
Oh, of course, I haven't got a redox cam because I just used the stream. So
exactly.
I need to make a new one. Okay, new source.
I'm doing the same. We're doing admin. Guess what, chat? It's the one where we do admin.
Window capture.
No, certainly something is when we don't do science. Come on, get with it.
Unbelievable.
Nice. I love that you're showing my window. And can I be on that camera? There it is. Oh, that's weird because it's like on latency for me, so I didn't see my hand until like a bit. That was weird. Shut up yourself.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know why these things are being picked up.
I need to get a win.
No, it's not that one. Oh fuck, they're all just coming up.
Do it in studio mode.
No, it's done. It's done. It's fine.
Do I need to be like here?
Stop moving.
Oh, wait, no, it's this. Hello. What is this? Champ? Don't fart on me. Very rude. Very rude, boy. Very rude, man. Why is it called Discord null? Yeah. Fix it.
Yeah, vaguely. Right now.
Your camera is.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
I need to put your camera there.
Wait. Wait. What's happened to me?
It's fine. I need to put you there. Well, I don't know what happened to you on your stream.
Because
but
I should be there. Hang on.
You should be.
Wait. What is it?
Pizza, pizza, I'm the one to beat.
What's
Don't
happened?
worry about it, Jay.
Oh, it's meant to be
Look.
that one. Hang on.
Ooh.
Hey!
Ooh. Ooh.
I've done it.
Ooh. Oh, now there's like 2 weeds. And I can like switch between them. Why do you look different on stream and through Discord? Because through Discord you look dark, you look like less yellow.
It's because of my hearth filter that I use on my stream.
Oh, you have a filter on your stream, that makes.
Yeah, to replicate
Well, you won't have it on
having
my
a sunset
stream.
in my face.
Look, you like this, chat. Like looking into the future when I go, ooh. Oh? Ooh. Okay, anyway.
In the future, we had. I'm not using more than one camera. I don't know
No, it's
why
just
the
the same
perspective can be
camera.
different.
It's because I zoomed in a bit.
Oh yeah, it's because Redox is using a
Compared to what
different
you
zoom
have.
angle on me.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
using a Dutch angle actually.
Now, the question is, what's this? Oh, that's
What
your
is this?
border. Okay, that needs to go back.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why is there just like a bunch of numbers over there? What is that on your screen?
That's my Twitch.
Why is it? Oh yeah.
I don't know why that's being picked up, because it always is. Hang on, I need this one. I need to drag that out of the way, because this is going to be
Why is my camera like popping out over here?
I don't really
Your
know,
screen.
to be honest. I think that's
Just
from your
crop
stream.
it. No, it's not on my screen. It's literally on yours.
It's not your camera.
Because I didn't change my camera, did I?
What is that? What is that? Get rid of it.
Oh.
Are you sure you want to remove Redox? I love that as a pop-up. Yes, I am.
No.
There we go.
You can see my
removed.
fucking shit I have hanging on the back. I can't believe this.
Okay,
Wait,
that's
stream
done.
is a mess. Holy shit. What do you mean? Are you not used to this?
What's this?
The friends list on Twitch is on. Yes, as if anyone fucking used the Twitch friends list.
I need that.
Deploy the Redox Demolisher today.
Right, that's the one causing issues. Okay, brilliant. I now need to launch Space Engine. Which means I also need to shut up my music. Which is easy enough. Then, no, that stays.
I've got music,
that
so if
goes.
anyone's in Wheat Chat, just come to mine. Mine's better.
Space Engine? Where are you?
Oh yeah, J and Y's. Look, you're artists now. You seen? You're artiste.
Oh.
You're kinda never to me, I'm wrong.
Yep, Space Engine has launched, which means that I immediately lose sight of my mouse on that window. Because why wouldn't you? And now we have the Space Engine music and the Space Engine background.
What amount did I make? You made this one, right? Am I wrong? I don't remember. I swear you made that one. I swear. Also, you made one of the. You made either arrive or leave. I think you made arrive. Maybe? Was that Isaac?
Ta-da!
I think
I've
some
set
of
up
those
the
are
stream.
Fusion. Oh yeah, you made that one as well. You're right. Yeah, I didn't say you just made one.
Delighted. Okay, good work, team.
Okay. I put on some. I got a playlist from Alki.
Oh,
Hang on a minute.
filled with
Japanese city pop and funk.
That's not what I was expecting.
Nice. He was listening.
I was just gonna name Jamalki's band, but I couldn't think of the name.
Wallace in Love.
That's the one.
Yeah. It's pretty good actually. I need to actually like listen to some more on my own Spotify, not just through his stream, but pretty good. Jamalki's like actually very cool person. I don't know if you know this, but Jamalki's very fun.
Mm.
What's
Well, that's
the
good to know.
albedo of the Earth?
Some complicated sum.
What is an albedo? Libido? Sounds like a libido.
It's the reflection of solar radiation.
The measure of the diffuse reflection of solar radiation out of the total solar radiation and measured on a scale from 0 corresponding to a black body that absorbs all incident radiation to 1 corresponding to a body that reflects all incident radiation. Actually, wheat? Oh, that's not... I could like drag the thing. Like there's the... There it is. I'm gonna look at it. How to do it. And D is the proportion of diffuse illumination. Alpha 1 vector. Anyway.
Interesting thing to look into. But we have old questions to go through, not these new ones.
Yeah, I haven't added any new ones.
We can't be answering questions about things not on the wheel of science.
I get the wheel up actually. Point. I literally haven't even looked at it. Oh shit, it looks different. It's changed.
Oh no!
Can you believe this?
Yes.
It's changed. Oh my god. It looks different. Oh my god.
Am I meant to be able to see it?
No.
Okay.
No. Actually, it's the rate by which witching hours pass and the inverse of the magical potency of cauldrons. True. Yeah, that makes more sense, actually.
Nice.
Kappa. Anyway.
Wow. Isn't
That's
albedo an
wonderful.
interesting thing? I think my music's too loud.
Maybe it should be. Any sense?
No, it shouldn't.
Here's the wheel. So we spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. Is it spinning? Because now the issue is I have you in sync and the wheel out of sync. So you were doing all these fancy mimes for nothing.
It's
For nothing.
Magnesium.
All these fancy mimes, and they were so out of sync with the wheel spinning now.
Oh god. I'm not gonna start sharing my screen because I can't be arsed.
No, of course
It's
not.
a chef.
I need the canine.
It's a chefstion.
Of course it is.
That's the official name now. We have an official name for chef question. Chefstion.
You need to work on that name.
Nope, that's the official one. We've gone through the entire design process, and that's the official name. There's we've copyrighted it and everything. There's no way to change it anymore.
Oh.
This is the official
Wish
name.
you'd have consulted with me about this.
Chefstion. How's the body intake magnesium, and why is it inhibited by a bunch of random things, including alcoholism, diabetes, and stress? What are the symptoms of magnesium deficiency, and why? How can one avoid magnesium deficiency? If I consume a bunch of magnesium and start myself on fire, will I burn bright like a sparkler? The answer is probably no on that last one. Spoilers. But I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could very well be wrong.
I think it's very... I think you'd have died by magnesium poisoning or something beforehand. If you were going to get to that point, it would be interesting, you know? How much
How much magnesium do you need to
You'd basically
intake,
have to give
though?
yourself a magnesium taxidermy. So, you know, you could have fun with that.
Good. Have fun with that. Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. So,
Let's
how
take a
does
look
the
at
body intake
magnesium.
magnesium? I think it's just generally, how does the body intake anything? It's just food you eat. Like, I'm assuming there's just foods that are rich in magnesium. Like, I don't know, is that interesting to talk about? I don't
Eat
know.
that. That's what it would be.
Do we have like, is that our new thing? Or do we have like these game show-esque like shouting things now?
Yeah.
Eat that, Mag! We need like an effect to play on the screen when we do it.
I could have effects, I suppose.
And make it go, woo! Eat that, Mag! Woo!
Eat that. Mag.
Sparkly. I could
It
have
was the one I
effects.
had available. Also, this one's going to be really useful for this show. It's going to be great.
I haven't
And
looked
this
through
one's
this.
here because I love it. So, you know.
You're fucking Blue's Clues. Is this the one you use? Try it with a friend. Look at my extended piercing. Doesn't most bottled water contain magnesium? Probably.
Probably controls all sorts of minerals. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of things that magnesium is useful for. Supplementing with some magnesium has been shown to improve mood in patients with depression and low magnesium levels.
Nuts. Like almonds, cashews, and Brazil nuts. Legumes. Tofu. Seeds. Whole grains.
There's a load of
fatty
things that
fish.
magnesium is helpful
Bananas.
for,
I was thinking
including
bananas.
constipation.
Leafy greens. The bottom right way, that's not. Anyway, there you go.
But yeah, you take it in by
the
eating
things.
it, and then it gets distributed around the body in
Like
the usual foodie ways.
I hate the word legume. Sorry, can I just like interrupt this?
No.
I hate
symptoms
the word
of magnesium
legumes.
deficiency.
Well,
according to this,
shut the fuck
there's
up.
a load
I'm
of
going
them.
to
Constipation,
kick your
sleep,
ass.
blood sugar, muscle cramps, depression. Exercise is on here, because it apparently.
I've deafened myself. Anyway, I hate the word legumes because like it's legume in French means vegetable, but in English it means like bean or something. I don't know. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Like, what the fuck is that about, huh? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? What the fuck was, like, that's so stupid. Isn't it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A legume refers to any plant from the Fabaceae family that would include its leaves, stems, and pods. English language is really dumb. Did you know that the word dune, I learned this today on TikTok. The word dune, like a sand dune, comes from the word for like death or like something like that in Latin. And so they're basically like named after burial mounds. Just pretty interesting. And the word dew, like mountain dew, like dewdrops, comes from the same word originally, like etymologically. The mountain dew's like mountain death. You know? Kind of cool. Yes, I don't know why dewdrops is. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to Wheat again.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Redox is
Anyway.
reading shit about legumes. I've answered all the questions.
Have you? What do you mean? You can't just answer all the questions. Listen, I had an interesting conversation about legumes and about dunes and Mountain Dew. So who really lost out there? That's the real question.
Whoever it was the people listening to you. So there we go. Well, I didn't get to the consume a bunch of magnesium and then set yourself on fire. Because there's
this dude on TikTok I saw.
No,
and he's like,
we don't talk about that here. You know my rule.
No, we love.
We do not talk about.
Shut up.
TikTok.
I can't. Shut up. There's this guy on TikTok, and he's like, he does like little sciencey things. I say sciencey things. He does. He like has access to a lab full of a bunch of chemicals and like metal, and he likes to just like.
What? They have access to magnesium? My God.
Exactly. And he likes to do just like
who could get
shit.
their hands on that?
Exactly. His name's Nile Red. And he has like cool fun videos. Wait. Look.
Where are you going with this?
It's just like he does crazy shit.
Oh, so this isn't even like something interesting to come out of TikTok. This is literally just a promotion.
There was something when I started that sentence, there was like a logic.
Well, there you
to
go,
it,
everyone. Welcome to Uncertainly
through.
Accurate, sponsored by Nile Red on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got YouTube shit as well, but I like his TikTok video. I hadn't heard of it. Yeah, he just makes funny TikToks. Well, not funny, they're just interesting. And he just likes to drop shit, like metals into water and see how they react. Like things like, this is a video of him putting sodium in water.
Great. What am I looking at?
Boom. Not focusing. Very bright.
Why aren't you moving on my stream?
Oh. Well, it's because you've got Discord not in the foreground or something like that.
God damn it! Hang on,
Discord,
I can fix that.
Yeah, if you pop out Discord, you can't have.
I know. I can fix it.
Else.
I can fix it. It's just hidden behind. Blah blah blah. There we go. Problem solved.
I think I've seen him on YouTube before, but I don't know. I've seen him way more on TikTok. I don't really use YouTube that much anymore these days. But yeah, he's very interesting, and he does like cool little science mini experiments. Which are also just like very easy and like replicatable in some ways.
What the fuck?
Even though some of them are different. What is happening?
What is this? I've just found.
What?
Hang on.
What? How do you have so many just like random things? Like, how do you have so many scenes?
Well,
so
I
many
resized
things of me.
I resized you, because what's in the bottom left at the moment is your stream, I think. Because I resized your Discord pop out to make it work. And there we go. You're back.
Yeah, if you resize the Discord window, it fucks with
everything.
It fucks with the scene, like the effects as well. Oh, fuck's sake, chat. Oh, and the worst. God, you know what the worst thing is? We can see this as well. Oh, I mean, it's not like we couldn't see it before, but
now I have to see it. Is it this one? I think it's that one. Let's bring that.
I feel like you need to do it as well. Like you need to use this.
There we go. Never. I refuse.
It's called Shrinky Dink.
Don't care. Not using it.
Called Shrinky Dink, we. Called Shrinky Dink.
I refuse.
Shrinky Dink.
No, it's not happening.
Rinky dink.
No.
If you want to be blue, that's okay. Worst thing is. What do you mean best thing? Shut up. Yeah, I saw an interesting one where he the other day. I'm just scrolling through his now because I have no attention span. I saw an interesting one where you've probably done this in school. You did any chemistry, but he like cut up a cabbage and put it in like in water to use it as a because it's like a pH indicator, right? Cabbage juice. What the fuck is that? What is like in the reflection of that?
I'm not sure. Someone's phone.
I think so, yeah. Someone's recording you. God. That potato looks like Redox, what the fuck? What, the Ariana Grande potato? I think it does look like me, you're right actually. I have a lot in common. This one. It does smiley face. What do you mean smiley face? That's very rude of you. Shall we go to the next question? Because I'm kind of done.
Please.
Yeah, just like me wise. The best thing is you can do shit like this. Ah! Ah! Yeah, snap camera does not work if you turn your camera around. Air Volleyball. We're doing air volleyball. You know what the best thing is? I forgot to unmute my browser source so they can't even hear.
Brilliant. Does anyone really need to hear it though?
Yeah, it's very important. Very important. Air volleyball. What the fuck is this? No NSFTs. NSFTs?
NSFTs.
I went to say NSFW and then my brain thought of NFTs. that was weird. I did not like that. You know what the worst thing is about snap camera? I have to use my scroll wheel to. My scroll wheel's. Oh my god, it's you! It's blue and bald. It's literally you.
That's a favorite.
Is there anything interesting? I can't scroll in this fucking stupid shit. Like we has a telephone what does that even mean? Tap to change?
Tap to change.
Ah, it's you.
Hello, welcome to my stream. Next. Perfect.
Oh my god, this is cursed as fuck. Oh. I'm a VTuber. Can you believe it? Oh my god.
Weird strap on my face.
I think it's just like
makes me sad.
Trying to blend your face in a smooth color, but your headphone.
Headphone issues? No, it's not headphone issues.
Oh, maybe it's just shit.
Maybe.
Hello. I'm Triangle.
My god, it's actually my face now.
A VTuber. True, why? That's such a funny joke.
Glasses?
That's a very. Oh my god.
Has that fixed it? I can't see.
Weeters 9. Oh no.
Who knows?
It's me, Weeters 9.
Okay,
Hello?
This is how you have to answer this question.
No. No, I hate
Wow. What a beautiful being.
What the fuck? This is not what I clicked on. I clicked on an image of Elmo and it gave me this. That podcast with old people. What the fuck does that mean? God, scrolling is so annoying on my scroll. You can read it. Okay, I'm keeping this one. Anyway, how does a hair follicle function? What are the 3 layers of hair and what? Okay, why the fuck does Chef always just like write exam questions instead of just asking how does a hair follicle function? Like we can get into those other things once we figure it out. You don't have to ask a fucking full-on exam about it. You know what I mean? No, bitches. Literally, Chef's like, this is my science exam. Quick, I need help. Why am I like the nose of this duck? What is this about? I've also paused on yours.
How?
It's because Discord isn't like in the front. It needs to be
I
like
didn't
slightly...
change anything. You're literally not moving on. Oh, hang on.
Why not? I'm moving on my screen.
Hang on, I figured it out.
Oh my god. Oh, this is fucked! This is so fucked! Oh my god, I'm Pogo. Someone send this to Rat Boy right now. It's me, Pogo. What the fuck is this? This is incredible. I love that it like moves around so I can like walk along by like moving my head. La 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 la.
Anyway, how does a hair follicle function? A hair follicle is a tunnel-shaped thing. Hair starts growing at the bottom of it, and then it comes out the top. A hair follicle is essentially a guidance tube for hair to grow from under the skin to out of the skin.
Oh my god, he grows when I open my mouth. Sorry.
What are the 3 layers of a hair? The 3 layers of a hair?
Yeah, you've got like
because I have the 3 phases of a hair.
I found the same healthline.com article.
The first one that comes up when you Google hair follicle.
Exactly.
You can answer about the phases of hair then. Layers of hair even.
I don't think there's like actual layers, right? What do you mean, Bloop? This is very normal. This is very normal, uncertainly accurate. Very normal and certainly accurate. Nothing weird about this.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of hair layers. Wait, is the rest of me blue?
Oh my god, it is incredible. You're literally Mega Man. I was scratching my forehead and I disappeared. Wait.
I remain.
That work?
What? Anyway, There's the medulla, which is the deepest layer of the hair, which is only seen in the largest and thickest of hairs. There's the cortex, the middle layer of the hair shaft, which provides the strength, the color, and the texture. And then there's the cuticle, which is the outer layer of the hair shaft. Thin and colorless, protects the cortex. I'm guessing all of that is part of the follicle rather than the rest of it.
Yes. That's this. Medulla, cortex, and cuticle. That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Sorry. I was just unbelievable. Don't worry about it. I should really stop. Anyway. I guess medulla, cortex, and cuticle are the three things that Chef is talking about?
Yeah, they're layers of the follicle. Where things are done.
But like the actual hair, I was pointing to my hair, but you can't see it because I
doesn't have layers.
Actual hair is just like, it's also not like, it's just like basically dead shit, right? There's no actual cell in the hair. You know what I mean? Like it's just
hair.
The actual cell is inside. All that good shit. There's no like I don't know. Who cares? I'm gonna stop speaking.
Yep.
Why is this friend asking why his pubes are curly but the hair on his head is straight?
Because he straightens his hair and not his pubes.
I think it's because of like the weight of the hair. Right?
No,
the hair on your head is longer, so it's heavier, so it kind of like pulls itself down more. Whereas like it's shorter, so it curls up easier.
Well, the hair on my head doesn't curl, and like it's very short.
But it's not long enough. It needs to be long enough to curl, but not long enough to be heavy to pull you down. Pull it down.
I'm not sure about this.
I think that's probably it. We're also just like, I don't know. There you go. The curly hair is because of the way in which the protein matrix of the hair itself. It's also just different hair, right? Have you seen George? Okay, that's a good point. But I mean, like, it's less small curly and more large curly. Do you know what I mean?
What's the next question of this one? We're gonna speed run this one. Those are the 3 layers of hair.
But yeah, it's a good point, Bloop.
Why do they vary? Because they're different. Why is arm hair so much shorter than head hair? Oh, I know this. The length hair can grow to is to do with the average rate at which hair in that part of the body dies and falls out. So, on your arm, your hair on your arm will die and fall out a lot more frequently than it would on your head. So your head can continue to grow longer and longer and longer, whereas your arm will go to a length and it will maintain that average length as the longer hairs die and fall out and shorter hairs replace them. And that is true for everywhere on the body.
That's a good shout, actually, Bloob. Yeah, I don't know. There's many different hair types, I guess. I guess it's like the way it's built up. Like Champ says, like the way the proteins in it are like structured.
I literally answered that question, and that is one I actually know the answer to. There is no uncertain about that answer.
I wasn't listening to you.
Unbelievable.
No, it's not. We talk to each other and listen. I get distracted by my weird Snapcam filter while you reply to something, and I forgot what you said. Duh. Anyway. Why does it just stop when I... Also terrible at... Stop doing that sad face, okay? I'm gonna stop fucking around with snap camera now. So, what's the next question? Which one did you do?
Average length of hair on different body parts.
Oh, okay. This is how uncertainly accurate ends snap cam filters. True.
True.
So true. If hair is just made out of protein, why can't we digest it?
Because it ain't. The bottom's made of protein.
Also,
the hair's made of something else. Dead stuff.
Protein is such a... like... aren't there like millions of different kinds of proteins?
Yeah, like hair is sort of protein. Keratin.
Like what?
Which is not really something you ever eat. It's just a really hard
Keratin is
thing.
not a protein. Eat. I don't know. It like what? I think that's just a I don't know. Protein, yeah, that's a weird question. I don't know, I'm confused. Why doesn't there naturally come in colors like blue and pink? Evolution? Brown and like yellow and stuff is better for fighting?
Yeah.
Like, look at monkeys, the colors they are. They're not. Usually not too...
Yeah, they vary from ginger blonde to brown and black.
Some do.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. That was a genuine statement.
I thought you were, like, being sarcastic.
No, that was a genuine statement.
Easy to forget. Don't you? I can't digest spiders or nail. Sure.
Depends on
I'm sure
the spider.
There's things in them that you can't digest. There's a reason we excrete shit and not get it, and not literally, like, you know what I mean. There's a reason we can't.
Yeah, keratin as a protein is designed to be strong and hardy and resistant to anything happening to it, and that includes digestive acids. So, yeah, you'd struggle. That's why it's there. It's what you use it for. It's nails to be strong. It's hair to be there most of the time, but also not necessarily. Not important. It's just there to make your body generally... Hang on. Generally harder?
Shut the fuck up.
No
bitches. That's stupid. Why isn't hair naturally coming? Oh, we did that. Why does head hair get greasy and why doesn't hair get greasy elsewhere on the body?
It would, but there's not as much of it.
Does? Yeah, it's just not as
thick most of the time.
Yeah. How's conditioner work and why is it only applied to the hair on your head?
I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Is it only applied to the hair in your head, or is that just what you do?
It doesn't have to be to the hair on your head. It's just most of the time people aren't looking at your pubes, so you don't really care.
Conditioner protects the shaft.
Conditioner just makes hair look thicker. and most of the time,
well, conditioner also makes it softer.
Among other things. And
I think the main point of conditioner is to make it like softer and less fucked up.
Look shiny and thicker is what I thought. Which also contributes to it feeling soft, I suppose, but the aesthetic appearance is more important than the touch, I would think.
Isn't conditioner just like about hair health more than hair look?
Those two are related.
Fatty alcohols, humectants. I guess it's. I don't actually know what that means.
Far as I'm aware,
yeah, shampoo gets rid of any oils, basically. Bad.
And conditioner puts
there's a reason your hair gets fatty. Is like there's a reason that's not too bad because it also protects your hair.
To wax some conditioner on it, make it look shiny and nice.
Conditioning your hair also makes it less static. Dry hair has a negative charge. It can like build up a negative charge, and conditioner ingredients have positive charges.
Good to know.
Huh?
Oh. Well, good. There you go. Conditioner is a thing. Does hair really start to grow quicker depending on how often you cut it? Not to my knowledge. Mine hasn't started growing any quicker. Why does hair get grey or white while you get old? God, I think it's because you stop producing things that go into hair to make it coloured. I don't know what. I wanted to say melanin, but I think that's skin.
Which one?
What causes it? Hair grey, old.
That's a good question. Melanin. Wait.
Oh my god, I was right. As we get older, the pigment cells in our hair follicles gradually die. Where there are fewer pigment cells in a hair follicle, the strand of hair will no longer contain as much melanin and will become a more transparent colour, like grey, silver, or white.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Why do some people have naturally curly hair? Don't know.
I think that's what Champ said about the way the proteins are arranged or something.
The way that the cells divide and produce certain proteins is asymmetrical and correlates with the bends in the curved follicle. This results in a hair fiber that is an elliptical shape which allows it to curl. So if your follicles are bent, so will your hair. Why are my proteins like that? That's a good question. It's the follicle that does it. Yeah, the follicle is the bendy bit, and then the proteins become bent because of the follicle. But what causes the bent follicle?
Yeah, Champ did say that. But why are your proteins like that? Genetics? Why is your hair that color? Why is your skin that color? Why is the nose that shape? Why is your eye that color? Like, because that's just genetics. Like, I don't know. A lot of questions about these kind of things are like, what do you want me to say? That, like, that's just biology. This is just a fact. This happened in evolution. Is there a good reason for it?
It's because the follicle's bent. Why the follicle bent? I literally can't find an answer to that at all. There's various bits going on about it. The shape of the follicle, and there's a visualization offered where it says you bent it, and so it stays bent. And then there's the bit about the hair bulb, which is the bottom of the diagram Redox had on the screen before. Which, for those with curly hair, this is slightly hooked, which is where the bend comes in on its way out, making the hair curl. And then there's some interesting facts about curly hair, with curly hair being more vulnerable because it becomes weaker due to the twists and turns in it. And yeah.
What causes hair to curl when you use a curling iron? That's actually interesting.
Heat.
It's the heat, right?
Yeah.
I guess the heat. Like, why does it curl it? I guess it's the same reason, like, if you use heat on plastic, it's gonna curl, right?
The bonds begin to reform into the new shape that you want. That's it. It's literally like plastic. Bonds will hold your hair in its new shape until they're broken down again.
Everyone in chat trying to show off today. There you go. That's probably what happens then.
Yeah, I just said it's heat. You break it down, it goes into a new place, it resets itself, bam, new shape. Can also be broken down by water, apparently, which is why you have to do it every time you wet your hair. Well, not every time, but a lot of the time.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Boom.
Next. Oh, you're doing it. I have to base this on you doing that weird dance rather than what the wheel actually spinning, so. God, I'm so glad we just managed to miss TikTok. Even though it does say space.
Yeah, you'll like it. It's a space dig dog.
RTG.
What's the deal with RTGs?
Who even knows?
So these came up in a earlier question, which is really interesting, and I went in to look into them, like then, and then GG asked a question. I think I told GG to ask as a question at the time. It was very interesting, very interesting.
Is it genuinely real-time gross settlement?
No.
Is that what we're looking at?
What? No, it's radioisotope thermoelectric generator.
Imagine trying. Oh, there we go.
Did you type it in wrong? Or...
No, I typed.
It was about the Mars buggies. Yeah, it's the.
Apparently, you need the apostrophe to separate it out from.
It was the battery they used.
From the other things. Okay, there we go. Yes, radioisotope thermoelectric generators.
I
Brilliant.
just typed in RTG in caps and it got me radioisotope thermoelectric generator.
Well, I typed RTGS because that's what you said.
Yeah, it's cool. It uses the
RTGs provide electrical power using heat from the natural radioactive decay of an isotope. In the example I'm using, it's plutonium-238, which is stored in the form of plutonium dioxide at this moment in time.
Stored in the balls.
The large difference in temperature between this hot fuel and the cold environment of space is applied across special solid-state metallic junctions called thermocouples, which generate an electrical current using no moving parts. That is the entire description it gives. I could do with that being broken down a bit more.
Basically, they use thermocouples, which use the Seebeck effect, which basically, if you have a warm side and a cold side, you're gonna get a flow of charge, or the other way around. If you have a what's the word?
What?
Plutonium-238 is stored in the balls. Exactly. I'm thinking of the word. Probably on this page that I'm looking at. I can't.
What?
The Seebeck effect is an electromotive force that develops across 2 points of an electrically conducting material where there's a temperature difference. Yeah. It's an electrical an electric event where if you have so let's say you have like a thermocouple. Let's just talk about a thermocouple because they're cool. Get a picture. Peakweed.
Why? But you're on it. I'm not needed on this one.
No, but I'm distracted. I can use this one. This is the kind we used to have. Time to change a topic. True. What was the question? RTGs. Campfire. I forgot the word campfire happened. So this is a thermocouple. It's kind of bad. You kind of can't see it, but basically it's two metals. I'm trying to get like a good image of like to show it off because it's kind of confusing to explain.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, the idea is if there's a hot and a gold bar. So let's say there's. I'm just gonna get this. I paste. There we go. Boom. A little arrow. Doing there. Who knows? Anyway, so you've got a hot area and a cold area. You've got N and P, which means types of fucking my English is really struggling today in my head. The problem is I learned a bunch of this shit in Dutch and now I'm struggling to like translate things correctly, and I'm also like half remembering half of the shit, so I'm like I don't know.
Thermoelectric generators is what's being used here. You have your RTGs, brilliant. You put some stuff in it. You got a thermoelectric generator, isn't that great?
Yeah, but a thermoelectric generator works on the concept of the Seebeck effect.
Yes, which is I think where you're trying to go with this.
Yes, basically if there's a heat, if one part there's a heat here and a cold here, and you've got a gradient between the two. So there's a heat gradient, right? The gradient was the word I was looking for earlier. So if you have a heat gradient, right, you will have that will summon a electrical electromotive force, EMF, which basically just means you get a current in the wires that goes beep boop. Electromotive force means the electrons start moving, basically. The charged particles start moving. Because of the heat. But also it also works the other way around, so if you have yeah, because of the way electrons basically the whole like this the this is a thing as well. Yeah. Yeah, so the way a thermocouple works is the Seebeck effect is different in different metals. So if you have two metals and you have them both, you can like compare them, and by doing that you can find the temperature. Basically, a thermocouple is a way to compare temperature. There's also a temperature differential that makes an electric field which generate a current. Yeah, which is the Seebeck effect. I'm waiting for Champ to explain it better. Why do we even have a fucking science show? Champ is way better at these things. What are we doing here, wait?
I mean, it was fine to begin with when it was stuff we knew about. Now we've moved on to the
This should be stuff I knew about. I learned this. Although, to be fair, I don't think I sat this exam, so it doesn't help. I don't think I know the mechanism that makes it happen. Yeah, I remember the proof for it. Well, I remember doing the proof for it. I don't remember the proof for it. But it was actually really interesting. But it's been, yeah. Too much snap cameras pushed all the science out of my brain. It's true. It is true. But yeah, it's I basically it's not
stimulating
really
a metal or metal polysilicon junction with a laser beam creates a temperature gradient. As a result, so that's how they set this up, but the following effect is the same thing that follows. As a result, the kinetic energy of the carriers increases on the heated side, causing them to diffuse towards the colder side of the junction, which generates an electromotive force. Blah blah blah, equations. Faults in the component become visible, so that's how they're actually studying something as well. So you heat stuff up, which causes charge carriers to move, and because they're moving more on the heated side, they will move towards the cold side over time through diffusion, because they'll continue to move faster as they are at the heated zone, causing them to spread out more, and then that overall has an effect of carrying charge towards the other side, resulting in motion of charge, resulting in current. Congrats. And then there's the spin Seebeck effect, which we're going to ignore because that is not relevant.
Yeah.
The Seebeck effect describes the buildup of a potential difference across a semiconductor or conductor due to the diffusion of charge carriers along a temperature gradient, as I read, which the material experiences because one side of it is heated or cooled. Charges move from the hot to the cold side, leading to a gradient in the number of charge carriers, which is, at equilibrium, balanced by the resulting internal electric field. The type of majority charge carriers determines the sign of the potential difference, positive or negative, which by convention is defined by the potential of the cold side with respect to the hot side. The Seebeck effect coefficient is an equation. Blah blah blah, generating charge in that way. This is all just now sciencey stuff which isn't relevant to the question being asked. To convert the Seebeck voltage into electricity, a load must be connected across the thermoelectric material, or series of materials, which will result in an electrical current. To maximize the electricity that can be generated, both electrical losses in the form of Joule heating and thermal losses due to heat flow between the hot and cold reservoirs must be minimized. Therefore, the thermoelectric material should feature a high electrical conductivity but low thermal conductivity. That's some stuff about the materials that are needed. The requirement for a high Seebeck coefficient, high electrical conductivity, and low thermal conductivity can be combined into a dimensionless number, the so-called thermoelectric figure of merit, which allows comparisons of the thermoelectric efficacy of various materials. Can you believe it? I've had to find an actual scientific paper to answer this question.
What is an RTG?
No, about the Seedeck effect, because RTG isn't the question here. It's how did they work. What is an RTG was pretty simple. it's it's in the name. So, but I think that's it, really. You have a thing with charge carriers in it, so it's a metal, probably a metal, not necessarily a metal, but any material with charge carriers in it, normally a metal. You heat one side, the charge carriers within that material move because they've been heated and they diffuse. This motion creates a charge. This can be, well, this motion, sorry, is the motion of charge, which is therefore a current, which is electricity. There you go. You've made power. Congrats. Next question.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. This also works the other way, by the way. You have an
if you want to cool the side down.
You have an electrical current. Oh, no, I meant like instead of heat into current, there's also current into heat.
Yeah, okay, I see. But you can also do as I was saying and
you can also
like cool down one side.
If you just cool down one side, there just needs to be an energy gradient. Like I said, there needs to be a difference between two sides. That's all.
Yeah, fuck with the internal equilibrium of the metal.
Because at the end of the day, for if we call one side hot, one side cool, that doesn't matter. The only difference there is there is a temperature difference. Just because this is hotter than room temperature or this side's lower than room temperature,
in all the examples we gave.
At the end of the day, that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's just in all the examples we gave, we were heating something. So just to say, you can also cool something.
Yeah, makes sense.
Ta-da!
Electrically displacing heat is really inefficient.
Yes, it's a very inefficient process. I read the number I read when looking at this was that this process is about 5 to 8% efficient, which is why it's not used large scale commercially. It's used when you can't generate electricity in any other realistic way, such as when you're in space.
On Mars rovers, yeah. And it works with fucking using like radioactive isotopes, shit like that. It's interesting. But yeah, it
does have
cool
some
how it uses
earth-bound uses, apparently. Like, in generally, it's sometimes used to get some extra electricity out of waste heat produced in other electricity generating methods to just give yourself a little bit more electricity generation at, say, power plants or something. But it's never going to be a primary source of power. It's generally just like, here's a little bit extra, or here's the primary power source for something where everything else won't work.
If you look at things like RTGs, they're also mainly used in space. Like they are, because like there's also there is a radioactive isotope in there, so you usually don't want people very close to that.
Yeah, they are actually good in some ways. Like that example there, they're very good at just being a reliable source of energy.
Yeah.
It is, however, a reliable source of a low amount of energy, but it will be pretty constant, last a long time, and in some of the harshest conditions possible. So you don't really need to worry about it. Which is its benefit. But most of the time you don't need that. So, but when you do, you're good to go now.
Yeah, it's good for like very places that aren't usually manned. There's no people there, so you just put a thing, like it needs a bit of electricity to keep running, like a constant bit. So you put an RTG there so that you don't need someone to. First of all, you don't need, like, if it's like a really remote place, like say Antarctica or something like that, and you don't have someone just sitting there or a generator running, you can just have a RTG instead of a other generator. It's cool.
Unless some massive advance happens, you probably won't be using these to power spaceships, unfortunately.
No, you won't be using them to power space, but
or provide life support for spaceships, I should say. They're not going to power, as in, they were never going to be the things making the thrust.
Yeah, they're never going to fuel.
But, yeah.
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 I know.
So, you know, long-term space travel has extra things needed. Like, if you were to just have a basic, like, a manned Mars mission, for instance, I would presume would be powered by these and also a combination of solar power.
Probably, yeah.
Or, to be honest, I'm not really sure. Because what would you need power for? You'd need minimum power supplies to keep guidance systems online. You'd need and radios and stuff like that. But those are like very minimal power draws. Fuel ignition would just be spark for course correction. That again is just very minimal power. Like, the thing I'm thinking of would be oxygen recycling, but I'm presuming that that wouldn't be a recycling system. They'd just send you with enough. Because we haven't really got recycling. Well, we do, sort of, in some ways. But you wouldn't put it on a spaceship, I don't think. That would be far too much power, as far as I can think, to be something that you'd put on there. So I presume that they just send you with enough to get there and get back, which is interesting as a thought. But yeah, there you go. Lights. Do you need lights? Probably. ISS has lights. How's the ISS power? That's solar, right?
Yeah,
you could probably just manage lights by solar panels. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because you...
That like if you being... Look at an image of it,
yeah, because that being a space thing, but I'm pretty sure you couldn't land the ISS. Particularly with those giant solar panel wings on it. So
no,
thinking how it actual...
It was made
like,
in
ship
in
would...
space.
Yeah, it was made in space. So thinking how an actual, like, planet-faring spaceship would look. Because it couldn't look like that.
The thing is, in space, like, as an actual spaceship, why not just use... Like, solar power is so much easier, because...
Yeah, you can look at the sun constantly.
Yeah, it's so much easier than using anything else, and there's no need not to have them. Right?
But the thing is, like,
whereas on Mars, you're struggling because, like, you have night times, and
no, I'm thinking of actually getting the ship to Mars.
Yeah.
Because like, and having it in such a state where it can land on Mars. So, for instance, designing it to look like that, I don't think you're going to land.
No.
So you would have to have a lot less solar panels. But at which point, I doubt you're certainly not generating enough power to have it be like the ISS. Are you if you take it down, say you just like cover, I don't know, like say the ship is the same size as that
as
ISS
much space
platform.
as the ISS though.
No, you don't need it to do as many things because you're not running experiments on the way.
Yeah. It's not.
You just need to
get there. You're not sending like 12. Well, I don't know. Maybe you are. But
I'd probably say 4 is how many you'd send. Maybe 6. 4 to 6.
Exactly. But like on the ISS, how many? There's like a bunch of Americans, a bunch of Europeans, a bunch of Russians. Is there a Chinese part?
I think so. Remember. Maybe.
Because like NASA has a part. I'm pretty sure the Russian Space Agency has a part.
European Space Agency has a part.
Part might be like joined with NASA. Sure.
Perhaps.
But like, yeah, I don't know. Well, they're all like joined.
Yeah. See, yeah. What I'm thinking is how you would get a ship to another planet. Who knows? If you're interested, ask another question in the thing.
I doubt RTGs would be used for those.
No,
it's good for things like a Mars rover because its solar panels get covered. Yeah,
I'm struggling to think what you would use instead because I'm thinking solar would be. You'd have to really strip back the amount of solar panels you'd get compared to the ISS. How many could you get away with, and would it be sufficient to power you all the way there? For what you need for basic life support? I think probably yes, because that's why you think it's possible. But it might not be. In which case, how do you balance it out, and what other power sources do you use? If you're interested, ask the question. Because it's not our topic.
That's a good question. Interesting. Right. Enough of this shit. I need another question.
Enough of this shit. Let's get some more of this shit.
Hog? Hermit grabs.
Oh no.
Hermit
And we
grabs.
were so close to space TikTok again.
If you keep hermit crabs in captivity, would you need to supply them with new shells? Probably. Did you know?
Okay, next question.
Hermit crabs are really cool in this way, actually. Because they... I learned this on TikTok as well. They, like...
Citation.
As they grow, they get, like... Because obviously, they have a small shell. When they're just a tiny little grab... I don't know what grab looks like. They're a tiny little crab. They have a tiny little shell, right? So like, because they get one that their butt fits. But the thing is, they grow. So by the time they need to grow into a bigger hermit crab, a bunch of hermit crabs like get together, and they like line up in size. It's really cute. So they literally line up in size. 5 followers. Pog, that's a new one. I swear all of those were like muted and pogging. I haven't had those in ages. So they literally line up in size, right? And they all like take they try on shells, and because if the biggest one finds a new big shell, right, that is good to live in, he will take it and he will like wait there basically until a bunch more get there. And then he sticks his butt in the newer one and he has an old shell, right? So they like trade it down the line from large, like literally they trade down their shells. It's so cute. It's so funny. And they just like trade down their shells until everyone has a shell again.
Nice.
It's so wholesome, like literally. Hermit crab shells. BBC Earth.
Hermit crabs use abandoned seashells as mobile homes.
This is the video I watched.
But it's a wait looking too extraordinary.
While that plays,
so
I'm presuming you're not playing the audio.
I'm playing it very quiet. Well,
is the question here? Is because the question here is, if they're kept in captivity, would you need to give them new shells? The answer is yes, if you're giving them shells.
Larger, right?
But yeah. But if they're in captivity, do they need the shell to survive? If they're not under threat from other things, is the question.
Good question. Well, I mean, it's like they're in...
I presume it would cause them emotional distress to not have one, but would it? That's what I'm trying to find out. How do you emotionally stress a hermit crab?
Oh, nice.
Let's find out.
No, the Jane falls apart. Need a better. Big crab has found it. Look at their weird butts, by the way. It's so weird. Look at them. They have like raw butts. Which is, I guess, why they need a shell.
Yeah, because they're very vulnerable in their ass.
Yeah, they have like little weird butts. So they literally like pass down thing. Champ, don't worry about it. I don't understand that either. See? It's weird. Yeah, but so they give the shell and then they're like, yes, you can have it. So they're having a bit of a tussle.
Oh shit, this is out of date now.
What?
I'm not out of sync anymore.
Oh shit, true. Oh my god. No. What are we gonna do now? Our whole brand is like gone.
God damn it.
For all the swapping, there is still one shell left.
Sadly, it's no bigger than this small crab's original shell. And worse, it's got a hole in it.
Oh no, he's got a bad shell.
But even a bad shell is better than being homeless.
Oh, here we go. He's gonna talk about being homeless. Oh, nice. It's really interesting. Yeah. It'll be the only redeem I ever get. Just stop doing it every 2,000 points, GG. But yeah, hermit crabs are really cool. They're actually really, really cool. And I love how they're lovely and they just pass along their shells. Their friends. It's very cute. It's very cute. Yeah, I don't know. Do you need to give
Has your hermit crab left hermit crab? This is from petkeen.com, so very relevant. Has your hermit crab left its shell? Here's what to do.
You do need shells.
Shells are essential. If you own a hermit crab, then you know how fond they are of hiding in their shells. Seems like every time you move a little bit too fast, they pop right back in. So, you know how important a sense of security their shell provides. Without this protective layer, its exoskeleton is exposed and highly vulnerable to outside elements. So if you come in to check on your crab and find that they have exited their shell, you might freak out for a minute. But don't freak out. Don't jump to conclusions. We're going to explain why a hermit crab leaves their shell and what you can do to help them back in. Blah blah blah. Your hermit crab's shell provides a protective barrier around its sensitive exoskeleton. Not only does it protect them from damage, but it also prevents their body from drying out. Without a shell, it leaves your hermit crab completely vulnerable to heat, light, and air. They can die quickly without it. It is common for crabs to leave their shell while molting. Once they shed their exoskeleton, they will reshell themselves. What causes a hermit crab to leave their shell? Hermit crabs can leave their shells for several reasons. Most of them are environmental, but it might also be something to do with their health. Let's take a look at why this happens. Stress. During the shipment and distribution of hermit crabs to pet stores, they can make crabs very unhealthy. If the crab you purchased is highly stressed out, it could cause them to exit their shell to die. This can happen due to physical damage, shipment issues, and improper care. Shell fighting. If you have multiple hermit crabs growing at different rates, but you don't have enough extra shelves to accommodate them, it can lead to shell fighting. This process happens when hermit crabs will start to battle each other for their shell, which can be very dangerous. It can also happen when a hermit crab leaves their shell to find a more suitable one, and another steals the one they were using. With no shells that fit, your hermit is out of luck until you intervene. Irritation, unsuitable environment, death.
No.
And then there's ways to get it back in. Basically,
their shelves.
Yes. Yeah, that's literally what it said.
They need shelves. Very important. Where else are they gonna keep their shit?
Yeah, basically, yes, you need to supply them with new shells.
Yeah. Aww. I like hermit crabs. They're very lovely. Very lovely boys. Very lovely boys. Almost as lovely as Bingo. We're talking about more proteins.
Not again.
A fucking one child that just goes ah in that fucking planet. Oh my god. What is Ugh, a long one. It's an exam question again.
Okay. What is it? It's a slow digesting dairy protein.
The protein, I told you it's a protein.
Okay, why is there so much of it in milk? Because it's dairy. Because it's very much in milk. It makes up 80% of the proteins in cow's milk, apparently. So it's in milk. That's why it's in milk. Presumably it's in cow's milk because of its properties, which are supposedly to help with muscle recovery and release amino acids and reduce muscle breakdown, which I presume is good when you're growing a baby cow. That's why it's in milk. Why does milk sometimes form a skin on top when it's heated up? That's a transition.
Let me be cool. Yeah, the next sentence is casein to blame.
Oh. Chef, be careful with where you put your question marks.
Yeah. Be careful. Be careful the way you ask your questions, because that's a leading question, my friend.
Yeah.
This is a leading question. All of your questions are leading questions.
Milk, skin, heating.
It's probably literally the same thing as fucking the egg thing and the hair curling because of the
loss of solids that the milk undergoes as it's warmed up, which is including casein but not limited to. It's all sorts of proteins on it which form a skin on the surface. As heating continues, the skin dries because of evaporation and forms a still firmer barrier. Yeah, it's proteins. Is it casein to blame for this? Partially. Are casein protein and whey protein the same thing? No.
What is whey protein? Isn't whey like a kind of Oh, I lied. I completely lied.
No. Casein is the larger part of the cow's milk protein, as I said. It's the 80%. Whey is the 20%. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Your body absorbs casein slower than whey, apparently. So there you go. That's it. That seems to be the difference. Because it's slowly absorbed, it's not as good. Whey is used for more prompt muscle growth. If you're exercising, take whey protein afterwards because you'll absorb it quicker and make more use of it, having just done that intense gains that you were doing. So have fun with that. Blah, blah, blah. What potential health effects does casein have?
Don't talk about these.
Some, I imagine.
Oh shit. Damn.
Casein is good for you. Congrats. Is it bad for you? Well, if you have too much, I'm sure it is. But generally, it's good for you. Maybe I should add that to my diet. But does it have harmful side effects? No.
Probably not.
According to this potentially biased source, the only way it's bad for you is if you have kidney or liver disease, in which case you'd need to lower your protein intake anyway, or if you are allergic to it, in which case, yeah, you probably shouldn't take it. Otherwise, it's perfectly fine. The first line of this paragraph, though, is the myth that high protein intake causes ill health has been debunked many times, and then it links to an article from this same page saying that it's been debunked. So who knows? It seems to have been debunked according to this website. Maybe it has. I dare say that the myth of having too much protein has been debunked a few times because I've seen it in many other sources while researching this myself. So, you know, I'm sure there's some possible bad side effects to it, but there's also not. How is casein intolerance different to lactose intolerance?
Oh my god, look, I can become invisible. Ooh.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry. I eat 10 dozen eggs every morning. Is that okay?
I don't know if saying casein intolerance is right. You can be allergic to casein, which is different, but there's also lactose within casein supplements, which would cause an intolerance in that regard. So you can be allergic to casein, but I don't think you could say that it's different in the way that sentence says. I don't think you could say that casein intolerance is a thing in the same way that lactose intolerance is. You can be allergic to casein, which I'm not sure if that's the same thing or not, but I don't think it is. So, yeah, I don't think you can use that as the same. Is there an equivalent to Lactaid, but used for casein intolerances instead? That sounds similar enough to that last question that I'm not going to bother. What are the differences between A1 and A2 casein proteins in milk? Well, Well, context. One of the proteins in casein, called beta-casein, exists in several forms. Most cow's milk contains a mixture of A1 and A2 beta-casein, whereas the milk of certain breeds only contains A2 beta-casein. Some observational research has started to link A1 beta-casein to health issues such as type 2 diabetes and heart disease. However, this is inconclusive at this point. Other studies find that there are no detrimental effects to A1. The research and debate on A1 and A2 continues, but for now, this is probably not something you need to worry about. Which means, worry about it. Maybe go for A2. Are there A3? They're not mentioned in this article. Do they appear in nature? Yeah, they're literally in cow's milk. Why the odd naming convention? Oh. Do A1 proteins really have negative health effects? Maybe. How is casein protein used outside of food applications?
I'm assuming the A stands for a specific word, and then you've got 1, 2, and...
Yeah. How is casein protein used outside of food applications? Dunno. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not sure it is.
Sure.
Outside of food. I don't think it is, to be honest. No, it's just a list of course, that's because I've included the word food, so it's going to give me just a bunch of food, even though the rest of that sentence is outside of food. Casein in nature.
Is it used to make, like,
paint, glue, plastics, medical and dental usage, nanotechnological usage.
Nanotechnological.
There is no reference to A3 anywhere, so as far as I'm concerned, A3 does not exist. A1 and A2 are genetic variants that differ by one amino acid, probably where the A comes from.
Yeah. Might be it.
Responding to public interest, the marketing of A2 milk, and the scientific evidence that had been published, the European Food Safety Authority reviewed the scientific literature and published a review in 2009 which found no identifiable relationship between chronic diseases and drinking milk with the A1 protein. An independent review published in 2005 also found no discernible difference between drinking the two. Oh, and there is a casein intolerance known as milk protein intolerance. The fact that Chef knew to ask that question suggests they already knew the answer.
Yeah, exactly. Chef is always just asking us fucking quiz. Chef is always like quizzing us on things that they already know. As much as I love Chef for always asking questions and stuff, but like you don't always have to research a topic before you send it to us. You just ask some. You don't have to make a fucking exam about it.
Next.
You know, something. There's a few left. Energy slope. Fuck. This is an old one. If E equals mc squared, but y is mx plus b, how much energy do I need for a 45-degree slope?
What?
You heard? It's just a stupid question. Basically, what they're asking is, well, these are not the same m's, first of all, because this is mass and this is just m in front of like just any coefficient, right? But it's not that hard because you can just change m into e over d squared. Why? Oh, there's like mega stabilizer. All right. No, I'm gonna stop writing. So e squared, right, is m. Yeah, coefficient of. Oop. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that's the word. So if you want 45 degrees, you need the plus only moves it along, right? This is God, I can't believe I don't remember this. Actually, that's horrible. You need 45 degrees, you need 1, yeah. Because 45 degrees is just because y is x just makes it this, so 45 degrees would be this. So we need m to be 1. So what is the energy? What energy do we need for e over c squared to be 1? That just means we need e to be equal to c squared. What is c squared?
You're asking me what c squared is?
Yeah. Well, it's the speed of light squared.
A lot.
Go on. You need a lot of energy to have a slope like that.
Yeah. What is it? It's 3 times 10 to the 9? And then square that? So... how does that work? I can't even remember.
I have the same problems.
Make it times 10 to the...
Yeah.
18? I don't remember how it works when you square a power.
What? Oh, if you do like a to the 2 like that, you times them.
Thought so. So when I said to the 18, I was right.
Yeah, I did.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And yeah,
we haven't even looked at the second question. There's
well, it's an easy thing. It's not the same use of energy. Like the energy which an object in motion has, depending on its mass, is different to the amount of energy that mass has.
This is total energy or something. Well, no, yeah, this is just like energy of the mass, which is different to energy of an object, right?
Mm.
Whereas this is specifically the kinetic energy. Because the total energy of something is the kinetic energy. Potential energy. It's funny, I've had so many different ways to write this down. In this, kind of. Anyway, the is it this energy? I don't actually know.
Is it 3 or would it be 9? Because it's 3 times 10 to the 9.
About?
Sorry, I'm looking at GG's. Because it's 3 times 10 to the 9
didn't
squared. So you'd have to square both, so it'd be 9 times 10 to the 18, I think.
I'm confused. I wasn't listening to what you were saying earlier. Why?
Well, these are just different uses of energy. So kinetic energy is how much energy an object in motion has, i.e., how much energy would be required to stop it, or how much energy it would impact with.
Yeah, it's
the other equation
energy.
is how much energy is contained within the mass of the object. It's independent of the speed at which it is traveling, and therefore is a completely different measure of energy.
Its potential energy?
I don't know.
I don't really know.
No,
I don't really know enough about E equals mc. The total energy of a system is E is square root of mc squared plus P times C squared. Whereas P is the impulse, right? Which is kind of like speed, but in a mass way. Is that correct?
I don't know what P is.
It's impulse, right? Momentum. Sorry. So, okay. Here's a thing I fucking hate about science. Okay, momentum and in Dutch is called impuls, I think. And then there's also moment, which isn't momentum. It's really fucking confusing, and it confused me so much when I was like actually looking at this, because if I looked up things online, it just confused the shit out of me because it would say English things instead of the Dutch thing, and I don't fucking know. I swear. Yeah, impulse is P, which is m times v. Yeah, so it's speed with mass. It's the amount of movement, which is called momentum. And then there's also a thing called impulse in English, which is not the same thing in Dutch. It's something else. And that's about like collisions. Yeah, moment is
if you would like to know more about Dutch words for physics terms, ask about it in the Science Questions channel. For now, on to the next.
Yeah, something like that, champ. But yeah, this always really fucked with my brain. But yeah, you call it momentum, we call it impulse. Which I think impulse is I don't know. It's a confusing word for it because it does it's confusing. I don't know. Yeah, I know. You're right. You're right, champ. Because moment is about turning, but momentum is about speed of like related to mass. But yeah. There's also a thing where because amount of stuff moving us, yeah. Because speed is about like if you look at position, that's like if you have a position of something and then you take the differential of that, you get the speed. But impulse is like the differential of. It's like analogous to that, whereas you have impulse and moment are like analogous to speed and acceleration or something. No, I think moment is like the second differential instead of the first differential, just like acceleration is the second differential. Well, anyway, whatever. That's math stuff. That first of all, I'm not sure about. Second of all, no one cares, except like Champ and I. But yeah, there is something. A force. That was it, because it's force. The integral of force. Oh yeah, because that makes sense. Because F equals ma, right? So if you we take the integral of that. M is a constant, so you can just move it over there. And then the integral of acceleration would be mv, right? Which is e. Sorry, momentum. Yeah. There you go. I knew there was something in there. There you go. And then there's also an I, and I think I is moment, right? Is that true? Sorry, no, it's angular momentum is L. Angular momentum is L? What is I's moment of inertia? Is there a connection between the two of those? Or am I being an idiot? Anyway, another thing that was really confusing. Angular momentum is called impulse moment. So it's impulse moment. Which is just all these things confuse the fuck out of me because of their English name. And I hate it. 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 This is my letter to science. I hate it. It's stupid. Stop using Dutch names for it. That was it. I is mass, and L is angular momentum, and momentum and mass. That was the thing. That was the thing I was thinking of. Tit is the resistance to motion. Pog. Oh, sorry. This is all really interesting stuff and like really useful, but the naming of it confused me so much, and I hated it so much. It was the worst thing ever. It was the worst thing ever. Fucking worst thing ever. Oh my god. Anyway, what are you looking at, Wheat?
Nothing.
I can't believe you. This is. Is this not interesting to you? Is this not interesting enough to you?
No, I'm here to answer questions, not go on tangents.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think
you've just
really
ruined a topic someone could have asked about with all that.
I'm sorry, like the whole point of this is that we talk about science. We don't have to like I think it's interesting when we go off on these kind of things because I think that's interesting. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. This is one food.
Is it? Oh, maybe it is.
I think it was literally your question.
I think it is. I'm going to need to search this again.
Yeah, it's like literally months ago. And you said...
I said there was a good starting point somewhere.
Yeah, in one of these. It was you had like an order. I didn't include it. I was like, we will remember. And then it took us 2 months to get to it.
Hang on, I'm going to Google all parts of it and then I'll start at the right one. Okay, there's
cool.
one
I'm
bit.
just gonna Control F and go.
There's the second part. I think I remember the orders to do it in.
You said information paradox, no hair, quantum hair.
Yeah. And then the last bit is that one, which is slightly more difficult to find. But hey, there's some of it. So, ignore champ.
Oh my god, we're gonna talk about angular momentum.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Angular
Bam.
momentum, Paul. We just talked about angular momentum.
No.
Let's go.
Black hole information paradox is a thing. Do you know why?
No, because I don't know what it means.
Well, it's where, because things are going in the black hole, nothing comes out of it. And nothing comes out of it, so you can't see anything that goes into it. And so you have no idea what was in there before, which means you've destroyed information, which can't be done. Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun!
To put it in more detailed terms, blah blah blah, Stephen Hawking found that an isolated black hole would emit radiation at a temperature controlled by its mass. Right? The bigger it is, the hotter it is. Sounds right,
Yeah.
right? Of course it does. Charge and angular momentum. Hawking also argued that the details of the radiation would be independent of the initial state of the black hole. If so, this means that information, physical information, going into a black hole would permanently disappear, allowing many physical states to evolve into the same state. However, this violates a core precept of both classical and quantum mechanics, physics even, that, in principle, the state of a system at one point in time should determine its value at any other time, which clearly is not happening in this resolution of a black hole. Yes. What?
What? Resolution?
Resolution?
Is that not what you said?
Don't think so.
Okay.
Bam. Allow me to repeat that sentence. In principle, the state of a system at one point in time should determine its value at any other time. But within a black hole, its state is simply dependent on how much of it there is. Therefore, what went into it has no bearing on how it is now. It's just how it is now determines how it is now. And that's it. Bam. Specifically, in quantum mechanics, the state of the system is encoded by its wave function. The evolution of the wave function is determined in a way, ignoring complex words. However,
In a
it
way.
is now generally believed that information is preserved in black hole evaporation, which is where the hairs come into it. This means that the predictions of quantum mechanics are correct, whereas Hawking's original argument that relied on general relativity must be corrected, which is good, because quantum mechanics is just based on the fact that it's more detailed than general relativity and stuff like that, which is nice, because general relativity doesn't take into account quantum effects, so it's good. It's good. The no-hair theorem was the original one that came out of it before. Sorry, I've just read the hairy ball theorem.
Yeah, I can tell you about the hairy ball theorem.
What was that to do with?
It's not got nothing to do with black holes.
No, I didn't think so. It's just, why is this part? It popped up all of a sudden.
The
Anyway.
hairy ball theorem is...
No,
Yeah,
but that's not part of my topic.
it's a topological...
It's literally...
It's one of those.
It's literally... No, the no-hair theorem, it literally links immediately to the hairy ball theorem on Wikipedia, which was a surprise.
It's like not to be confused with.
However, the no-hair theorem states that all black hole solutions of the Einstein-Maxwell equations of gravitation and electromagnetism in general relativity can be completely characterized by only three externally observable classic parameters: mass, electric charge, and angular momentum. All other information, for which the hair is the metaphor, about the matter that formed a black hole or is falling into it, disappears beyond the black hole event horizon and is therefore permanently inaccessible.
Why is the hair a metaphor for that?
Because
you're just like reading shit. I'm confused.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
am.
understand what you're actually saying.
Well, I haven't
explain
finished
it.
yet. What do you need explaining?
Everything up to this point?
Okay.
So
this is part of the original theory. So I'll finish this bit and then we'll go over the original theory in detail. I think I may have actually just finished going over that though.
I'm gonna eat a chocolate while we do.
Yes, I think I did just finish going over that. So, anyway, originally Stephen Hawking, when he wrote about black holes, had them written about in a general relativity manner, which had fewer parameters than quantum mechanics. And within those parameters, the measurements of the black hole were based solely on mass, electric charge, and angular momentum. Those are the only things that you could observe externally about a black hole. And as a result of only being able to observe those things, you're in violation of the information paradox. Well, no, you were creating the information paradox, I should say. You're in violation of information rules in physics, in that you're breaking the system of, within a closed system, the state of an object in any prior moment in time determines its state in future moments in time. For a black hole, based on general relativity, this was not the case, because the only thing you could use to determine its current state was its current state, because there was nothing else that was impacting it at all. Its past state had no bearing on it. You just had, here's the size of the black hole, here's how fast it's spinning. As more things go into the black hole, it changes everything, and it's not based on what was there before. Which is why you've got a paradox. You don't know what's going on anymore. The no hair situation is that is essentially all the information about everything that went into a black hole is inaccessible, has gone forever. The sentence here in particular was all other information for which hair is a metaphor about the matter that formed a black hole or is falling into it disappears behind the black hole event horizon and therefore permanently inaccessible to external observers. So you can't tell anything about the stuff that went into it, and therefore you lost everything about it. Why hair? I think probably because there was a conflicting theory at the time which involved hair. Because I can't think how otherwise that
it's so
name
weird.
came about.
Such a weird name. Bald of info. That just sounds weird. I find hair a weird metaphor.
I think the reason they use it is because it's kind of like information that is kind of like a strand going from inside the black hole to outside of it. That's how they're visualizing it, at least. Because one of the first theories that actually Stephen Hawking was involved in was soft hair about this. Not one of the first theories he was involved in, but one of the first theories involving this, because this was some time ago, where they were suggesting that black holes might contain soft hair, which gave it more degrees of freedom, apparently, and hair permeating at very low energy states is his last paper. However, that's not what happened. The history is that when what's-his-name figured this out, he was like, black holes have no hair, and the name stuck. Oh, that's it, okay.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, but there was reason for it, because how it's come out, because clearly there was argument at the time about how it would have to look in various circumstances, one of which involved it looking like it had hair, when visualized, I suppose. Now, a recent paper from earlier this year, I'll just read the abstract to begin. It has been shown that the quantum state of the graviton field outside a black hole horizon carries information about the internal state of the hole. We explain how this allows unitary evaporation. The final radiation state is a complex superposition which depends linearly on the initial black hole state. Under time reversal, the radiation state evolves back to the original black hole quantum state. Formulations of the information paradox on a fixed semi-classical geometry describe only a small subset of the evaporation Hilbert space and do not exclude overall unitary. So, there was a lot of words in that I didn't understand.
Hilbert space in this? Fuck me.
Yep. Yeah, I know. Now, there were a lot of words in this which I didn't understand. including Hilbert space. When was that? When did that come along?
It's a kind of vector space. Inner product which defines a distance function for which it is a complete space.
Sometimes I wonder if I even went to university.
I learned about these things and I instantly forgot after I did the exam because the thing is with math, because the Hilbert space is basically math, but it's useful in a lot of quantum mechanics and things like that. Is that it's really interesting, but it's also like I don't know. I can't remember any of it. The name rings a bell. That's about it.
It's a bunch of integral equations looking at its own description. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah. That may have been a proof. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, Hilbert space. Well, a space. It's a kind of thing that you're working in maths, right? It's a generalization of the idea of a vector space that allows for certain linear algebra and calculus. Yeah. Basically, it means that you can take things like an in product or a dot product, which at the end of the day it's just kind of like multiplication, kind of, except you're working with vectors, so it doesn't matter. It's just a way to do math with yeah. I don't know. It's just a way to do math that is allowed, and it has like if you have this rule set which a Hilbert space sets out, you can use specific properties that rule set has. Right? It's things like if you look at the normal, like the real numbers, you can do. If you define on the real numbers like addition, multiplication, all that shit, you know that well, addition is commutative, and the other one, whatever, the one that you can basically like you can move the brackets around and you can move the order of things around and stuff like that. Like things like those properties, and we need math to define that because math.
Essentially, what's changed to allow for hair and no longer violation of information stuff is that you can look at the graviton field, or at least they determined that mathematically you can determine what's going on inside of a black hole by looking at the graviton field around it.
Is that true? Or like theoretically they've like, well, yeah.
I mean, mathematically it works, but that's how all black hole stuff is at the moment.
Yeah. Kind of hard to actually get close to a black hole for us right now, I guess.
Yeah, and we can't measure graviton fields currently. Like, we can vaguely look at them through the, like, whatever they're called, LAGO and whatever. And also graviton field not confirmed to exist. Probably does. Or certainly in some manner. Like, what they're looking at is graviton loops. And we know that there's gravitational waves and stuff happening, so you know, they'll measure it in some way and try and confirm it like that. But mathematically, assuming the existence of graviton field, you have a way of looking at what's inside of a black hole by measuring the gravitational fluctuations on the outside of it. In a kind of way where, based on those, you can track what's been going on inside of it. Which means you can now kind of look into a black hole, and therefore you no longer have the information inside the black hole being hidden from the outside, and therefore you have resolved the problem of information being destroyed. So good luck with
I'm just
that.
saying a lot of smart things. I was just staring off. Yeah. I don't know. So weird. What are
Weird.
black holes actually fuzzballs? Did you mention that?
I think
Did I
that's just
zone that
kind of
out?
like
What is the
what's going on
fuzzball
there.
thing?
Like it's not. They're not actually hairy. If that's the question. They
No,
don't
but
actually
Champ
have
said
hair on them.
something about. Champ said.
No, you're wrong.
No, he did. Fuzzball is an interpretation of a black hole using string theory. The Graviton Lance is one of my favorite Destiny 2 weapons. True. I don't know anything about it. But so true, bestie. Yeah. Who knows? Who can ever be sure? Who can ever be sure?
Who knows?
Can ever be sure. Who ever be sure?
Now,
But
let's
no
read the rest of the
black holes
article.
And they are just meshes of tangles. But string theory is weird. I don't understand string theory. We're not going to talk about string theory because...
No, I'm just going to ignore it until it's proven wrong.
Yeah. The void pulse rifle that makes killed enemies explode. That's cool. How's that work? Remember when we started this show and it was like people asking questions about if Portal was real? Like how would it happen and stuff like that? I missed that.
Well, it's clearly we were clearly just too highbrow.
Yeah, clearly.
And we attracted a very smart audience.
It's true.
And now the audience has surpassed us.
The audience for fucking Uncertainly Accurate is either like very high level, like people who know a lot of math and shit more than us, or people like Wise who ask, whose math like knowledge isn't that high, but who will ask like meme questions, shit like that, you know. Or people like Chef who will research a random topic for like hours and then quiz us on it. Like, I don't know. When are we getting back to the
audience?
If you shot a portal into a black hole, what would happen? You were in a shower in space. Shut up, J Fusion. No, I don't know. I feel like I want more like I want to be game theory, but good. You know what I mean? I want to be the old game theory where he actually did math and stuff on game things. Would you drown or fall into a black hole or both? You would get spaghettified. And all of time would happen at the same time. Or time would stop? I don't really know. We talked about this. Because like
you're right this time.
Like time and space invert or something, right? Or that was like a theory. I remember that. How many joules would it take to break all the joules that you break when you beat a level of Jeweled? Fuck off. Fuck off. That's a good question, actually. Because it depends on what level. It depends on which joules, because different... That's actually... Are like most joules just like carbon? Or are they...
Oh, like, I don't know. All sorts of things. Mostly carbon. Most things are carbon.
Yeah. I'm sure I don't know. Well, an expectation value. Joules are minerals. Well, yeah. Not all of them. Standard deviation. No! Do a fucking... Find the p-value. See if it's a proper statistics. I hate statistics. Worst thing. Yeah, I was thinking somewhere like silicates and... That's what I was thinking. And I think the colors in them depend on like specific metals that are in it or whatever. Really? Within the lattice. But I don't know enough. It's actually an interesting question, so if anyone wants to ask that, feel free to ask. How are we feeling?
I'm just reading this entire article now. By article,
aluminium, oxygen, and the chromium Fe. For example, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, some are just crystals. Some are. It depends on which. Yeah, it depends on which joules. The expensive ones won't be just crystals of specific salt. Right? But then again, specific salts. Those salt, like a salt, is just a an acid something and a metal or something, right? They combine. Is that true? Yeah,
Maybe.
salt in the science way, not in the table salt. But yeah, it's like an like an acid ion kind of thing. Was it? What are they called? What are they called in English? Shut up! No, I'm not talking to you. DG knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, the acid without the hydrogen. Exactly. What is it called? Because that's the thing that reacts to make a salt. The ion part. So for example, you'd have like SO2, SO4, right? Like this. Acid rest ions? No. We call it Zurest. It's like acid rest, whatever. But this part of an acid combines with a metal. Acid breast ions, exactly. No, like the rest. If you dissolve, for example, if you have like H2SO4, and it splits up in plus minus, right? And this part can react with things like, I don't know, a metal, and that makes a salt, right? And this is an acid. And this is like acid rest or something. Acid residue, maybe. That could be right, honestly, because we call it Zurest, but maybe that's like a literal. Yeah, there you go, exactly, champ. Which is a metal, which is Na, which is... What do you call it? Because we call it natrium, but that's not the same in English, is it? It's sodium. Why is it sodium? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. For once, we're better at naming it. Well, actually, I think... You know what? I'm gonna say it. I think we're better at naming the impulse thing as well, because it's the better. It's not moment and momentum.
What?
Anyway. Shut up. I'm just ranting to chat. Are you gonna explain the thing?
No.
Were you gonna
I didn't understand it.
Fuck's sake. Sodium were like so dumb. True. Why is K what we call kalium, potassium? Exactly. Yeah, that is literally the reason, I think. Like, it's something like related to probably. Maybe that's not the reason. But who knows? Potash. Yeah, that's actually, I think that's true actually. No, I think you're actually right. It is from potash. Which is like, where does it come from? It's like a mineral thing, right? Oh no, it's like you make it from burning plants or something, so it's literally ash. Shut the fuck up, Wise. Like, literally shut up. That is, like, shut up. But I swear I heard this before, at some point, and I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it's something like, first of all, potash comes from potash. Literally, they burned some kind of wood or something, and like in charcoal, there's potash or something. If you did something with it, if you soaked it in water or something, you got potash from it, and that is where they got potassium like the first time, I think. This might all be wrong. But this is like how I remember it, and like Champ is saying similar things, so Champ is smart. Be true, right? Yeah, there you go. Linguistics is interesting. I think it's cool. It's cool. Anyway, how are we feeling, Wheat?
That's enough science.
Is that enough science?
That's enough science.
No, a lot of science. Okay?
Yeah. Lots of tricky science too.
It was a lot of tricky science. Yeah, I know. I love that kind of shit. It's not uncertain. No, linguistics is very uncertain a lot of the time. That's the whole point. But sometimes it isn't. I don't know. I think that those kind of stuff are really interesting, and like, I like personal, you know. At some point, I don't know what I was.
Fair.
Fair. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, that's a stretch.
Big stretch. What do we want? Do we want to just like watch cat videos to? How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop?
I don't give a shit.
That depends how big it is and how much.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't depend on shit. It depends on how interested you are in working out, and I am not. So, what?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So what now?
Oh, I think that's that.
Wrong.
Where's Palladium Moons? I was reading the question. The reference to the commercial. Sorry, we're not American. We don't know these things.
I don't care if it's a reference or not.
I don't know what a Tootsie Pop is. I'm assuming it's just a lollipop. 3. Imagine licking a lollipop in 3 licks.
It's not 3 champ, it's Rechamp. I just want us to sit here in silence and stare at them for a while.
There's music, I'm vibing to these.
Music can play. I'm just gonna let them know.
I play as black after e4, c3, d4. I need to have a chessboard in front of me to see what happens. What do I play after DDR4? How do we draw a chessboard? Is white in the corner? One.
How did you play e5 after e4 when they played d5?
Scientifically love someone.
It sounds like you fucked up. Of course, I don't know much about chess. I've just been trying to visualize that in my head, and it seems like there's some fuck up that's gone on there.
I can't visualize. Why am I doing this?
Is that even the right number of squares? No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's far too small.
What?
That's not enough squares.
No, it's 8 by 8.
Rook.
Oh yeah, sorry. I fucked up at the bottom. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't fuck up going up the most. Good enough. Yeah, I said 8 by 8. Okay, say again what happened, and then I'll. I don't.
Okay, white moves first. E4.
Right, deal.
King's pawn. E4.
So pawn moves forward.
Yeah. Forward 2.
Yeah, I did.
Sorry, there's a delay. Then it was C3.
Which C3, so it's what?
Yeah, I know. There's some fucking up going on here. It's impossible.
Do you mean C6? I assume did you mean C6? Yeah. So this one goes here. Okay.
C6, D4.
D4. Okay.
Queen's pawn alongside. D5.
here.
Yep.
Right.
And then e5. So that pawn
Well,
moves
this one
one
just goes
forward.
forward.
Yeah, it goes
Okay.
forward one more. Which is fair enough. Now that I visualized it, it's not as much of a fuck up as I thought. It's getting out of the way, away from trouble. Blah blah blah. So what's happened here?
So this is the setup, and you're playing black.
Oh,
right?
so this is queen to a5, then, surely. Just for fun. Just for fun. Get that check in there. Why not?
Isn't that like what? What do you mean? What are you saying? Oh, sorry, this one.
Or do you do it the other way around? I can't remember.
This is what it is, right? So, how would you check the king? Oh,
Also, that queen's pawn's gone. On white.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about. Yeah, okay, yeah. Then you can do it. Yeah, you could do. Boom, to threaten.
Yeah, check with king, and then
Check.
they have to move in one of two directions, which is fine. Well, they have to move in one direction,
you could
actually.
threaten with your.
So then,
that's
it
kind
has
of
to
boring
be
because checking's
either
fun.
king e2 or knight b2. No, it's d2. Sorry, probably knight b2 is the better. D2 is the better move because
He just
if
says
they
knight
move
c3.
king.
What? Why would knight c3 be a problem? They just block it. Okay, you don't win, but like.
Yeah,
I guess they do get to advance their knight, which is kind of annoying. Because it is attacking you.
Yeah, but then you've got pawn coverage, so.
Yeah, your pawn's covered, so it doesn't really matter at the end.
Yeah, seems like the better move. You lock down a knight until they move a pawn forward by 2, in which case you take that pawn and you maintain the same position as you were before, so there's no loss there. If they move the king up, you just pressure with the bishop and take the queen. Or they'd block with pawn, and then you'd take pawn with bishop, and king would take bishop. So they just block that with a pawn. That's nothing. Although, that would lock down a pawn, I suppose.
What are the other options that you can play? Like, the rest is just kind of use your own bishop.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I don't see any other interesting, useful. I think these two are the only plays I see that could be useful potentially, right?
There's probably some super long game shit happening.
Yeah, but I'm not good at chess.
No. Me neither.
I'm sure if Victoria's here, she'd say, do the Bingus maneuver and play bishop f5 as black.
The c8 bishop.
Yes.
Yeah, to the middle-ish. Just right of the white pawn, and then...
It's not bad because you've got like the diagonal coverage, which is pretty good.
Yeah, though an easily lost position. But hey,
well, I mean,
good.
It's not too bad. It's also like protecting this diagonal, so it means this queen can't really move. Too much.
No, but it can just be dealt with by pawns, is my thinking.
Can it?
Yeah.
How?
Move f pawn forward 1 and then move.
Well, yeah, but that's 2 turns.
Yeah, but,
like if you move f pawn forward 1, then you do like.
But you're also maintain. Yeah, but you're
here.
Yeah, but it's like white's still building protection while causing offense on you, so it's like it's not a huge issue for them. And a trade in that regard is still you.
Then, yeah, you'd also be able to have this one. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, what Gigi says is also you'd move the bishop here, so you'd have a bishop here. And then you'd move this king's pawn next one. So even if they build two things, you're still got protection. Which, I mean, it's not super useful, but your bishop is out in play. Also, if they move this one, you can just, like, say, you can just go anywhere else, you know? Like, go here. Not good. I don't know. I feel like it's not too bad, but you're kind of, like, trapping your bishop. I still feel like moving the queen is the... Because you're checking. Like, you're always looking for checks first, right? The way you should look is, am I being attacked right now? Yes. Do I have to deal with that? I don't know. Can I check right now? And then afterwards, can I take something right now, right?
Yeah, but even that is like a tiny thing. Because for that, you just move... I presume you defend with...
Because you're also building up the
pawn c3. That defends. If they want to continue to check with that, you just take it with the other pawn, so there's no trade there. And then they can really pressure the king with their pawn at b to b4, and then bam, you have to go back. Great, good job. That was worth it. Or you just go past it, actually, don't you? Because then you can just go down and you've covered an entire horizontal. Oh no, because the big knight's there. That would fuck you up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Brilliant. I'm glad we went through that. Now what? I played VR Dungeon again recently. You may remember that game. Yeah, you may remember that game. It's a VR roguelike. It's absolute dog shit.
Not like AI Dungeon. Oh.
No, VR Dungeon. Have I uninstalled it? I think I have. I think that's how awful it was. Fuck. Steam volume, of course. Is it called VR Dungeon? Let me check. Is it this? Is it that? Do I own it? Okay, I don't think it's VR Dungeon. Before they...
Bishop 5 is the best move, there you go.
Before they come at me. Is it VR Dungeon Knight?
Yeah, VR Dungeon Knight is what I file.
Yes, VR Dungeon Knight. Mostly negative. It's absolutely awful.
Never heard of it.
What are the negative reviews saying? Doesn't work. Okay, that's fine. What the fuck is this garbage? Even these seem like generous reviews. Because for me, there's no sound in the game at all.
Okay.
Number one. Number two. The method of picking up and dropping things is toggle on the hands. Not are you holding the controller or not. It's toggle. You grip it once to hold on to things. You grip it again to drop it. Very unintuitive, as you can imagine.
Weird. Yeah.
Number three. Upgrades are a thing. When you grab an upgrade, you get teleported outside of the map without picking up the upgrade until you eventually get teleported back and repeat and try again. You cannot pick up the upgrades. And then I gave up. So, no sound.
GG? Queen's Gambit, that's like
awful.
The Netflix series. That must be good. I don't know what that means.
Anyway,
is that not
was
just
the
like
excitement
giving up your queen?
Ta-da. I'm glad I told that story.
Yeah.
To such rapturous interest.
Yeah, I could not give a shit.
Right, let's fucking end this already. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean? Having a great time.
We're done. Get us out of here.
Talking about
nothing. Get us out of here.
Developer.
We're done. We're not even talking about that.
I don't know what these things mean, GG.
I'm done.
Here.
Fuck.
Go.
Who cares? I'm done.
Can't do that. Oh my god, you're still here now though. Look at that.
Yeah, isn't it
Look at that. Only your thingy disappeared, but you're still here.
Yeah. What a damn shame. What's this?
Hard space
shipbreaker.
What does that even mean? Have you tried Star Tenders?
Game that came out. Tried what?
Star Tenders.
No, of course not.
The Yogscast game. Made by the Yogs.
No, I can't spell it.
It's like bartender, but Star Tender.
Okay,
You're like a bartender in a star thing. In a space.
It's not even out yet. I can't play it.
Is it not? Oh.
No.
Well, that would explain why you haven't played it then.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Yeah, you're right. It looks really cool. A bunch of Yogs have done voices in it as well.
Well,
I need
good to know.
Okay. Now you're here.
End it! Let me go!
No. Oh, fuck's sake, Rachel.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hello, Rachel. We're
Let
just
me
fucking
go!
around. We were talking about science, but we're just fucking around now.
Let me go!
No, you're not leaving. Ever. But yeah, it looks really fun. Yeah. I think you'd like it. One friend wants top. You should add it to your wish list. There are no reviews. Why are you the dog? Why are you the dog? How is your stream, Rachel? What did you do? Where's my... There's no mods. Everyone's fucked off. You're playing Dread Hunger. What a surprise. What a surprise. What a surprise. Smiley face. Oh. Hope you had a good stream. Veg. Have a good veg. GG. Are you interested in science, Rachel? We were talking about science and math and...
If you are interested in science, don't watch today's. Come back in like a week or so.
Yeah.
Where hopefully...
Have you seen any V Rising?
I bought it, played it, refunded it.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks like Diablo, but everyone's like,
It's not.
oh, it's a survival thing.
Yeah, it's a survival game. It's like, all this trailer stuff is nothing like the game. You spend it hitting trees and rocks to gather materials. That's it. Congrats, it's a survival game.
It looks cool, but I don't know. I don't really like the top-downy shit.
And like all this stuff that's around there, like how much of that is actually in the game and how much of it is stuff that's been built by players, or in the case of the images, developers. So it's like, how much of the game is actually interesting? Like that's not in the game, I'm sure of it. I don't know. If it's in the game, it's allegedly not in the game, I should say.
Allegedly.
It could be in the game, but someone would have to build it. As far as I'm
all
aware.
this looks really cool, but
but it's just not stuff that's actually there, and it's like
that's fair.
You know, I'm sure that there could be fun involved in the game, but how is the question. You seem to have to do so much shit to do anything.
It's probably more fun if you play it with other people, right?
other people who can just give you everything that they've made themselves and then tell you where to go and do something cool. At which point it's like, why is it a survival game?
I have it in my list.
The two of
fun.
us.
Yeah, it's a 2-player puzzle game. Jumping, not puzzle, a platform.
Go on then, let's have a go.
No, I'm playing this with George. Fuck you.
No, we're doing it now. I spelt it wrong.
Fine.
If we're gonna keep going, we might as well do something.
With Unity. No settings.
I'll stop being blue. Why not? Oh. Right then.
How do you join the game? I don't know.
I just clicked on your name and said join game, so I presume it's just a Steam thing. It's better have controller support.
It looks like it has.
Control.
Looks like it has.
Oh, hang on. It might do. It says config loaded.
You in? Yeah.
Apparently not.
Yeah, you're not actually here.
Oh, that's pretty easy.
There you are.
Oh, controller is working. I can jump.
Shuriken. I have Zord. Oh, we can stand on each other's heads. It's like Peter
Oh,
Park.
shit. You throw in the direction that your mouse is, so I have to...
So yours is the one. Oh, actually, here you go. The sword is just where you do, so that might be better for controller.
Yes.
In front of you. Here we go. Let's go.
Brilliant. Hang on, let me...
Stage 1 or stage 2?
Here we go, I full screened it.
I'm pausing the music. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I should.
Take me.
In orderless.
Go on. Lead the way. Forward! Forward, my steed.
I'm just gonna do desktop. Oh, but my desktop can't. Game capture.
I'll enter. Oh fuck, you fucked it.
It'll work. Working together, you're able to reach areas you would not be yourself. Sir?
Where have I gone?
You mean, where have you gone? Oh yeah, you've... Oh, sorry, we're on a different... Sorry.
Oh. I see. Ooh. This is
On a
interesting.
Stop pushing me!
No, we need to.
There's more than one way to reach eye places. You need to jump. Oh.
Oh, we have to time it.
Oh, it doesn't. What? Oh.
Oh. Ah.
Oh, it's confusing.
Oh shit.
Wait, this one might be.
Yeah.
We did it!
No.
Oh, do you have to like grab it?
Oh.
Using our attacks together can achieve a goal.
Oh, you can't jump off this wall. Can I hit your shuriken?
Can you break this?
Oh.
Fuck. Well, now. Wait, okay, stand there so I can stand near your head.
Ah.
Now what?
Well, now we're fucked. Let's try to see how we can do this jumping then. Like, can you wall jump off of me?
No.
No? Hang on.
Yeah, you can't jump off of something.
No. Okay. Restart level. Go on. Figure it out. Go on then. Try throwing straight up, because clearly we're meant to combine our attacks here.
Oh! That's probably smart.
Ooh,
Oh, you can
try
probably
again.
deflect it.
Try again. Ah, it does work, sort of. It's just complicated. Tell me when.
3, 2, 1, go. It didn't do
that
anything.
didn't move. Ah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
Go. 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 I'm spamming.
Yeah, okay, it doesn't actually deflect. So, oh fuck.
Why did No, now I'm gonna have to do the shot again.
Yep.
Oh. It's like pixel perfect as well. Achievement unlocked. Takes 2. I don't get what we did. I feel like we're not getting one of the... Get back on the button.
Oh, I see. Nice shot.
I feel like we're...
Okay, there's a time limit.
Oh, yeah, you want... No, yeah, you want to keep it... But you want to jump... Well, I guess... Go, 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 go!
It's not there for me.
That. Oh. What the fuck? What do you mean it's not there for you?
To me, you didn't hit the thing. So,
I did. Pull the lever. Okay, so now you need to get up there, and the walls just...
Oh.
Sometimes the walls just like...
Oh, fuck.
How do you keep the wall... What? Oh.
Hooray!
Why is it sometimes just like stay up longer? I don't get it. Enemies.
First level completed.
Not the first level. How do we get up there?
Oh. Oh, right, yeah, I have a weapon.
LOL. I
Easy
got
to
an
forget.
achievement. A giller. Wait, what is it? Oh.
Haha.
Loop, 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 loop. LOL, nerds. You suck.
Oh. This is actually beneficial because I have this.
Oh, does it open when we killed everyone?
No, yeah, the bottom one did, sorry. Yeah.
Wait, I thought you could jump off the yellow one.
Nope. Only some yellow ones.
This game's stupid.
Yeah. Fuck.
Why are you so bad at combat?
I've clearly got the hard mode character. These guys take 2 hits or something.
Fuck. Take 3.
Well, good thing I hit them then.
What the fuck? That lever just fell through the floor. You need to go over there. I'm gonna push the button, and you do the jump.
I mean, surely you could hit the button from here, but, you know. It's fine. This will go well.
More entertaining to watch. Anyway, I won. Oops.
I have the hard mode character, so.
I'll say.
Fuck. Huh. Oh. Huh. Fuck, what am I meant to do there?
Kill it.
Huh.
Stop walking into it.
I have to hit the damn thing.
No, look how big your sword is. You can stand like a whole body away.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh what?
Can you pull that?
You have to kill this.
What's your lever on the right do?
I've already pulled it.
Well. Yeah, I can't make that.
Man.
It's not even close. See?
You can join me. What's the point? What? Switch with me. Come down here.
Oh, maybe you have to jump off of me.
Yeah, exactly. Switch with me. There we go.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to do that yourself.
What's the point of this? What was the point of that other side? I'm so confused. This game is stupid. Oh my. No, don't come here as well. Oh no, yeah, it's 11.
Button at the top, you need to.
We need to kill that. No, we need to kill this motherfucker for that door. Oh my god! Did you see that?
No.
How did we both get up here?
I jumped.
Can you just jump up here?
Yeah. Oh.
Exactly.
How did we do that?
I gave you like I think you gave me a little boost and you grabbed onto my ass when you did that. Come back.
There's a button up there that you need to hit.
I know, but I need... Come back! I need to get up here so I can kill this pig.
Fuck. Why? Why do you need to kill the pig?
Because killing pig opens the thing. Fuck. How do you know that's the first time I died? I hate that it just shoots you away.
I'm killing the pig.
Good luck. Okay, so here's a tech. You look away from the wall while wall jumping. You can like jump straight up.
Oh, that's what that button is. Okay.
What the fuck was the point of that? Oh wait, oh, I see.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Why didn't you just do that?
I didn't realize that was a thing. I told you we had to kill the pig though. Checkpoint.
What the fuck?
Oh, yes, a thing for you. Wait.
Hooray, I have something to do.
You're useful. Oh, you can just walk through. I thought you were gonna break it.
Hop. Hop.
Oh my god, they take multiple hits nowadays.
I've always taken multiple hits.
Yeah,
I need you to cut that.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
There you go. Now you have a gold block to your left.
What? I just closed
Now
the
hit
door.
that button there. Hit this button.
I can't see so far off the screen.
Well done. You got it. Now, I think you need to go up the same way. We need you up here.
But how? I can't get up there.
So I'm going to move you to that other side, I guess. Hang on.
Stop moving! Yeah, now
Right,
we can
now
go
just-
together. Come here, you can come with me.
No, I can't get there. You just need to do
You
your
can
thing.
literally... How did you originally get here, Wheat?
I went underneath.
Yeah,
Remember? I went through
can't.
the green bit.
you can still do that.
Yeah, but I don't need to. And also, we couldn't have pressed the other button. We did
did
it!
it.
Go to stage 2!
Oh, we need to pick this. Come here.
Oh. Nice. Ooh.
What are you saying, champ?
Ugh.
Don't mention...
I'm deflecting.
Elon Musk in my... Oh, did you see, the fucking...
No.
Yes, it's meant to be on just chatting, because I'm not gonna go to this game's category. Can't be ours.
Yeah, it's fair.
There's a Bibio game that's you know Ni no Kuni? No one in chat know Ni no Kuni? There's like a Bibio game. Move to fucking crate. Oh my god.
I did. I've already got the trophy.
What? You didn't on my. You didn't on my screen.
Got it here.
It didn't fall on my screen. No, it's not okay if you ask weird questions. The fact that you're asking that means that you know it's a weird question. So.
Hup, 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 hup. Stand on that. Oh no, I have to, don't I?
You need to.
Yeah. It's already on it.
Wasn't on my screen. I can tell the crates are shit. So you need to push this.
Oh yeah.
I think it moves slower when you push it than, like on my screen when you're pushing it, than it does. See, because it's not on the button for me.
Well, I'm about to teleport then. So there you go.
No, you're just under. Oh yeah, you did teleport. Now what? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, and I feel like you're just gonna be transphobic too.
Wee. Ow. Ha!
Old nerd. Oh, a jumpers.
Yeah, we got it.
Whee!
Wee.
Bye, bitch.
Welp. Hello, bitch.
Go! You have to do a jump.
Ah!
Good luck.
I'm a pro. How do you survive that?
No! No!
Get wrecked. Oh.
You're lucky. You're lucky I pressed that button.
Well, good luck.
Lucky.
Well, I thought.
What?
Wee. Yeah. Oh, I'm on for an adventure.
Oh. Interesting. Oh, I can't jump off. Can you stop? We're gonna need the deflection, I think. Oh, it worked!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it just works! Not allowed to work. How wait, can you like deflect if I shoot it upwards?
Oh, the reactions on that though. Oh.
How the fuck do we get the angle on this? This is so hard. Oh my god. We did it!
Don't believe it.
Let's go! We're gamers! Wait,
Oh.
go back. What if I fall? I'm scared. I'm gonna fall. This game, I hate this game. Ah! I fell. Why is... Shut the actual fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
Wee.
Ah! Incredible. Do it be farting? It made me think of that, you look hideous in both pictures.
You need to do it as well.
Yeah, no, you need to be up there. Let me up. Oh, what? Oh my god. You could have done that this entire time.
Only if they're in reach. Good job. Nice.
And the guild. I hate this game so much. Oh my god. It's so unintuitive.
Oh, fuck you.
Sir, I need to get past you, sir. Sir, I need to get. Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
I need to hit it there. No!
Yeah,
I thought it would die. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Oh fuck.
Come on! No! No! Fuck.
What?
Quick! No! How does the angle work? I don't get it.
I think you need to. It seems to be fixed. Like, depending on where you throw it from me, because all of those went in the same place.
Yeah, I know, but like, how do I can't.
I think it goes off at 90 degrees. Yeah.
Okay, so to get it there, we need to turn it.
You need to be closer to me.
Yeah, so I need to be like here. For some reason, it's really hard to aim with just a mouse.
Closer. Closer. Closer.
It's hitting the same thing.
It's okay. Maybe it's
So
not 90 degrees.
Or you hit it. Maybe you need to stand
Why so
further
consistent,
back.
though? Oh.
I don't fucking get it. We finished the
Woohoo, that's it. We finished the game.
Jesus Christ. I'm leaving. I'm done with it. I'm done. Ah. Why am I here twice? Did we just fucking leave? Hello? Motherfucker just left. He didn't even say bye. What an asshole. What an asshole. I can't believe he would do that. Cannot believe this. Fucking he days, huh? An ad, Pog. You rated Rat Boy recently. At least someone found it entertaining, Shark Dog. I don't know what the fuck this was. I don't know what the fuck this was. He just left. Motherfucker just left. What an asshole. Why do I still have that? Oh. I did not fucking hear that. I did not fucking hear that. You left before that happened, wait, you shit. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. God. Oh. I should say things. Thanks for watching and all that. You didn't fucking show up in... You didn't fucking show up in the VOD, Wheat. You didn't fucking show up in the VOD, Wheat. Shit. Go put some love in Lime's chat. I love you, Wise. You're incredible. Thank you for being very friendly and very lovely. Being good boy.